from a theatre background, but I make live performances which are invested in stretching out conversations around physical landscapes. I was born in Lanesborough, County Longford. This is a bog, the first place I would have ever kind of encountered as a human being. My first experience of this landscape would have been like it's really, really boring. But my perception of that changed over the years, particularly in 2020 when I returned here for kind of a significant period of time. During that time, I would have taken a lot of walks along here. What I really experienced was a reconnection with the place. The gorse flowers and the smell of heather. You could hear birdsong in the trees. It was when peat harvesting industry in Bord-na-Mona was coming to a close. And so there was a sort of stillness on the landscape which inspired me to start thinking about how I could make a project that could somehow translate or share this place with other people in a live context. So Distillation is a performative journey to the Midlands bog landscape where I grew up. What has happened there over the last few years, particularly with the closure of Bord-na-Mona. I'm talking about the place where I grew up, but I think what it invites people to do is consider the places where they first encountered as human beings and why they might have left there, or if they returned there, or if they stayed there. The project is a collaboration between myself and Joan Woods, who's a perfume maker from Glandore in County Cork. Over the last year, we've come to this site many, many times. And at one point we had our noses literally buried into the peat to try and capture what the scent was. And over those months we have created a unique distillation of this landscape. We've tried to pinpoint a scent which expressed this place in a truthful way. And as part of the performance, each audience member will receive this and will be invited to place it on their wrist. It's a really unique thing. It's been a fascinating process. It's been really beautiful, actually. I've been working with a sculptor named Ger Clancy, and Ger is creating a table which the audience are going to be seated around as part of the performance.
The Artifacts team, which includes myself, Eugenia, Kieran and Aidan, have been working on it for the last couple of weeks, building first of all a prototype and then into the full-scale model for the piece. Our role in this has been to create a sculptural table, as Luke first of all called it, which people would interact with, the audience would sit around, and as Luke carries out the performance, the table has enough to carry it and create enough intrigue to give a presence to the piece.
That table is going to be created using peat, which is sourced from this actual bog, but it's also going to feature peat from a number of other bogs in Ireland. So the audience will be sat around a surface which is sort of a tapestry of different bogs in Ireland. So hopefully it'll be a really intimate affair. What I really wanted to do was create a sort of social space as much as anything within the performance. I think that's really important. There's a culture here, you know. There's a sort of culture within turf being cut every summer and it being, you know, laid out, and it's a meeting point for people in a community. So what I wanted to do in the performance was create that sort of small community. And that's why it's a very small capacity. So 25 people will be there for each performance. Distillation will be running as part of Dublin Theatre Festival from the 6th to the 14th of October. And it's going to be happening in the Goethe Institute building in Merrion Square. And it's co-produced by the Abbey Theatre and by Solas Nua.